What's up, everybody? It is your boy Alex. Hope you guys are having a great day. I have with me two cameras, the GoPro Hero 7 and the GoPro Hero 11 Black. So guys, you can see the obvious difference obviously is the number 7 and 11. That's 4 generations, call generations, just 4 years of development. So the GoPro Hero 11 Black, there's a lot to talk about. It has a lot new, packed with a lot more features than the GoPro Hero 7. It's so completely different animal. Okay, I'm going to take the case off and show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like without the case on. This is what it looks like without the case. So you can see the GoPro Hero 11 is slightly bigger than the GoPro Hero 11 Black. There's a lot to talk about, so this is gonna be a long vlog. I'm gonna try to shorten it as short as possible, but here we go. So first observation I noticed when I first got the GoPro Hero 11, I watched many videos on it and made sure this was the right investment because this camera is not cheap. It's not cheap at all. This and this, price tag wise, very, very different. The first thing I really noticed about it was this did not come with this, a protective case for like the GoPro Hero 7. It didn't need it. It's probably 300 times more durable. But one major difference I noticed when I first got this was this. It has the clips. So I can mount it to anything modules wise and just mount it and be perfectly set to film, point and film. That's all I need to do, right? Technically that's all I need to do. So another thing I realized is that it has a screen on it. So when I turn it on, I'm going to turn it on. Beep beep. There you go. I have no SD card in here. The SD card is currently being used to upload footage, but this is what it looks like through my camera screen. You can see it on this side. So I'll zoom in a little bit. Here's the GoPro. Here's the screen. It's pretty cool that, so now I don't have, with this camera, I had to guess where the camera was looking. Now I don't need to, because this one, okay, the display is slightly smaller. So you can see, whoops, let's go back to photo mode. So, it comes with the LCD screen that's slightly bigger, and it comes with, you can actually frame your shots up with this. So if you're far away from the camera, pointing it away, and you can't quite see what you're, like if I had this, I'd have to turn it on, make sure I'm looking at it behind it correctly like this, and be like, okay, and then stand back and make sure it's in the right view. It takes a lot more, but this takes the guesswork out of filming or taking a photo. This also has a lot more features with footage and stability. So the GoPro Hero 11 is waterproof up to 33 feet. So is this GoPro. GoPro Hero 11 can shoot in 5.3K. This can shoot in only 4K, which is pretty high quality, and high enough quality that most people would accept it. GoPro Hero 11 clearly can shoot in higher resolutions, like 27 megapixels for the GoPro, and this shoots, I believe, in only 12 megabytes. So the weight is a lot heavier. This weighs a lot more because it's a lot bulkier. It has also the new Enduro battery, which is right here. let me take out the GoPro 7's battery and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what the GoPro Hero 11's battery looks like, and this is what the GoPro Hero 7's battery looks like. So you can clearly tell it's a lot bigger than the GoPro Hero 7's battery. It also lasts a lot longer. How do I know this? Obviously because I did my research. I forget the statistics on this. Maybe this will tell me. It doesn't say how powerful these are. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. Okay, sorry. But it doesn't say how powerful these are. They do have dates though. Interesting. I don't know if that's the expiration date or manufacturing date. But this has May 6, 2022 on it. And this has March 23rd, 2019 on it. It's on the back here. So the GoPro Hero 11 also has a new place to put your battery. Before the GoPro Hero 11, I had to just go like this, boom, pop it out, put the battery in, close it, right? Pretty simple. The GoPro Hero 11 has now the side door, which is, you can take it off, which is perfectly fine. It's designed to be taken off. I bought a few spare batteries with me, and they're charging green because they're fully charged. I did notice that since the GoPro Hero 7, it's a good camera, but I strongly recommend do not use it when it's really cold outside. Because, story time, I went skiing on my ski trip, and I had only 2 batteries, so I'd use them quite sparingly to get through the day. And the first day I was filming. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry about this. Okay, I'm back really quick, guys. So we went on our ski trip, right? And the GoPro Hero 7 battery died. It was really cold out. It was windy out, so I couldn't really tell. But the battery dwindled in like 10 minutes. I started filming, and 2 or 10 minutes later, it died. I kept hearing the beep, and it was like, oh, it was really bad. So eventually I had to switch it out. Thank God I had the GoPro Hero 11 in me, because that would have been terrible footage. This lasted the whole entire day. Well, I only used the lowest setting, 1080 at 60 frames per second. This lasted, I think last time I checked on the GoPro website, they can film for 2 hours straight. I haven't done a torture test on the GoPro Hero 11 and the GoPro Hero 7. I've filmed them, but then I kind of stopped because what's the point? It's going to take 2 hours for it to recharge. So I just said, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to do it. There's plenty of other YouTubers that have done that math for me. So I think obviously, with the new Enduro battery, it was really good about this camera was the quality of sound and the wind cancellation, really good. Because when I see people doing tests on these, they do like to run, then they do a jog, then they do a sprint, and the camera's moving like this, but the footage is like the camera's as if the footage is pretty stable. But you don't hear a lot of wind. I said I'm gonna take that to the next level. I'm gonna go skiing. I gotta definitely do a ski trip. So we did a ski trip, and I tested the audio on it. The audio is actually pretty good. You can hear me talking through the wind, through the noise. Pretty good quality sound. The wind reduction is really good. But the reason for that, I think, I could be wrong. I think there's a mic here, the front-facing mic. Then there's a mic right there. You see that mesh? I think these are microphones, I believe. This is not a door. I tried to open this when I first was learning about it. I almost broke the GoPro. This is how the GoPro repels water. I also learned, if we're talking about on the topic of water, that the lens is hydrophobic. So when we were skiing, the flurries would get on, but I'd be going so fast it didn't matter. But they would just kind of would just bounce off like a waterproof lens. I was like, wow, it's pretty good quality. But when I filmed on this, the snow stayed. So like one little water droplet, like right, boom, there, and then you're like, oh god, I can't see anything. So I did have some okay footage because I had it mounted to my head. So I had it pointing like this down a little bit because when I was looking down, it was looking at the snow, my skis. Eventually I had it pointing just straight up and it was good footage. But it was very good footage. I wanted to shoot in 5.3K, but if I had a weird moment just before we were leaving, the day before we left. I was trying to review some of the footage, and how I know my GoPro is available to watch, how my files are available to watch for the computer is that they're in GHO. They start with GHO, and they show a picture of the actual frame, like a thumbnail of what the video is. So I can make a quick summary. But when I was working with it, it had GXO, which seems that a file is either in 4K or at a very high frame rate that the computer cannot comprehend. So I said, what the heck was this all about? So I did some research, and I forgot that I'm a GoPro subscriber, so I can watch them on my device. I can just swipe up, watch it through this, or I can go on my computer, go to the GoPro website, go to the media media section, add my files, hope they upload, and then we're good to go. I can see them in highest quality or the lowest quality, doesn't matter. Turns out that I still don't know what's going on with it. But I will be uploading footage from my GoPro Hero 11. GoPro Hero 7 died because it was just too cold out, I think. I could be wrong, but the GoPro Hero 11 was really good withstanding wind and ice. Oh, miserable. Slightly. Too bad, but it was pretty bad. Yeah, guys, it was interesting. Very interesting. This camera really outperformed me, I will say. Another feature I realized is that this, I think it shoots in 5.3K, and I have never seen a video on YouTube that what 5.3K looks like, because recently, as of 2022, YouTube has downgraded all files that are like 8, 12, 5K, all the way scaled down to 4K. Because there was so much data they had to process. It was too much for them. I think that's what I'm hearing from the community. So I will shoot my vlog from this GoPro, I think at 5.3K. I don't know how long I can film. I only have a couple minutes left on this chip, like a half hour, maybe 25 minutes left. So I can use up a lot. But it's just, this camera has done an amazing job. I have to say, give it 10 out of 10, because I don't see anything that's wrong with it. Anything that's wrong with it has to deal with me, because I'm new. I know how to work a GoPro Hero 7 like a champ, because that was the only GoPro I filmed on for years. But now that I have this on, I can definitely upgrade my footage. I can now shoot in 4K. I can watch my videos in the highest quality. And I get a discount. So, guys, I'm also thinking, I'm not a millionaire, and I've only gained a couple subscribers ever since I've stopped. I haven't really stopped uploading. I just haven't been busy enough to upload them. But I am thinking the GoPro Hero 10 Bones. That is like the GoPro Hero 10. This is not the GoPro 10. It's the 11, which is almost the same thing. But for drones, and I'm thinking, since I live on the lake, I think you would get some good footage if I were to get a drone. Comment down below if you think that's a good idea, because I will try my best to find a way to get that. It costs, I think, $330, so that's nothing cheap. You have to get a drone, you have to get the GoPro, you have to get the equipment associated with the GoPro. There's a lot of work to be done with it. It's also, I learned, it's the lightest GoPro, because they took out the screen, they took out the battery. I don't know how the heck that works, but somehow they took out the battery, and they took out all the unnecessary things that made it the lightest camera GoPro ever. So I think that's pretty cool knowledge. I think, guys, comment down below what you think. If you have a GoPro Hero 11, comment down below, let me know, and tell me if I missed anything. Oh, stabilization videos. Let me really quickly get to stabilization. So the GoPro Hero 7 has Hypersmooth. Only Hypersmooth 1.0. I call it Hypersmooth 1.0 because it's the first Hypersmooth. This camera, the GoPro Hero 11, now has a Hypersmooth 5.0, which is the most stabilized video I think I've ever seen. I'm starting to hear through the grapevine and through ads from Apple that they are trying to compete with GoPro officially with the action mode on their camera now, with the iPhone 14 and with the iPhone 14 Pro. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta have lunch. Peace.